She was told they were wrong and asked for her bill. She brought it to them quickly. She got the bill and saw her tip from them as soon as they left. She went back and asked them if they were wrong. Melissa Gonzalez was a 24-year-old single mom living in a small Texas town, doing whatever it took to support herself and her son while she was a third-year student at the local nursing school. She found work as a waitress in a restaurant to earn an income, but had no idea how tiring her job would become in the future. Melissa, her sister, and two brothers grew up in their grandmother's house. Her siblings were still in high school. Melissa gave birth to her son Virgil, named after her late father, when she was 19. Melissa decided to move out to relieve her grandmother of raising so many children, but would soon reconsider her decision. Melissa didn't listen to her grandmother's urging and found an apartment close to the rest of her family. She dreamed of following in her father's footsteps and becoming a nurse like him before he joined the army and started her nursing education. But living alone would be overwhelming. 2 months passed before the pressures of living outside as a single mom hit Melissa. She needed to find a job that would allow her to pay her bills while attending classes and babysitting little Virgil. Within 2 months, Melissa realized she needed to find a job. As luck would have it, a local restaurant hired new waiters. Since the job was split into shifts, that would be the best solution to Melissa's problem. Melissa went to the restaurant and got the job. She started right away. Her shift would start in the afternoon and end at 9 p.m. She went to class in the mornings and spent lunch with Virgil before taking him to her grandmother's house with her siblings. Light finally started to look up to Melissa when trouble knocked. The problem came in the most conspicuous coding Melissa could imagine. It was a $2,000 tip from her clients, an amount that left her speechless. Melissa had been serving an old tourist couple that evening, and they had asked many questions about the restaurant's heritage and cuisine. Of course, Melissa answered everything and showed the couple some photos of the restaurant over the years. She had no idea what they were up to. Melissa had hoped to serve the couple and end the night as she had a few minutes left on the clock. But they kept asking questions, which she was happy to answer. Before she knew it, the hour hand on the clock was pointing at 10 p.m. She apologized and explained that she would find another waitress to take care of the couple's needs. Her answer left her speechless. The couple assured Melissa that they were fine and explained that they would be leaving in a moment too. They requested her bill and she quickly presented it. She picked it up as soon as they cleared it and was trying to finish it when she saw the tip they had left her. Her lips parted and she hurried back to the couple to make sure they weren't mistaken. Melissa asked the couple if their tip was missing a comma between the 3 zeros. The couple told her everything was fine. Since she took the time to make them feel at home, they happily left her the generous tip. Melissa stood transfixed and watched as the many problems she had in her life subsided. Several things at home would benefit from the $2,000 tip. If only Melissa knew the restaurant would have other plans with the money. Melissa thanked the couple and left to collect the bill. She spoke to her manager about the tip, barely getting her words across in her excitement. But her manager's eyebrows furrowed as Melissa continued. "Melissa," he began, "the tip limit is $500. I'm afraid we can't give you the full $2,000. Melissa's face fell. She tried to reason with the manager, but he didn't want to hear her. He spoke about company policy and insisted that everything was out of his hands. Other waiters came to Melissa's aid and suggested that the manager process 4 separate $500 tips on Melissa's behalf. They'd also shared that they had never heard of the $500 limit. Still, the manager didn't move. She picked up Virgil from her grandma and rushed to her apartment, still unable to understand why her manager refused to tip her. Knowing she had to somehow find and thank the couple who left her the money, she shared photos of the note on Facebook, hoping it would reach her. That would open a can full of worms she wasn't ready for. Melissa shared her photos with a caption thanking the couple for their generosity. She also revealed that she couldn't get all of the tip they left, but was glad they blessed her with their curiosity and company. But the post would go viral overnight, bringing an army of supporters to her side by dawn. Also, the photos would reach the couple who left the tip. The next day, Melissa reported to work as usual. But this time, a large group of supporters was waiting for them. Among them was the old couple who hadn't left town yet. They spoke to the manager and realized that his $500 tip limit was a scam. Melissa received her full $2,000 at the end of this week, while the manager awaited a disciplinary hearing with his supervisors. Disclaimer: in order to protect the privacy of those depicted, some names, locations, and identifiers have been changed and are the product of the author's imagination. Any resemblance to actual events, locations, or persons living or dead is purely coincidental.